everybody. I know it's been a long time since I've posted anything on the channel, and there's a couple of reasons for that. I got really busy just with life and making some changes with what I was doing. One of those things is the boat. We got a bit bigger of a boat now, and ended up picking up this cute little guy. So this is Frank, and he's only about 6 months old now, and we're going out on our first big cruise with him. And we're going to go down to the Lunenburg Yacht Club. We're going down there for about a week so that we can help out with the Mobility Cup. And it's a really nice calm day out here today. Not much wind, so a lot of this is going to be motoring. And yeah, it's just a beautiful day, so we'll take you guys along for the adventure. And I'm sure while we're down in Lunenburg, we will get out and do some cruising down there as well, so it's going to be a pretty exciting one. All right, let's go. So we're just at the Sambro Lighthouse right now, and we're doing a lot more motoring than I typically like to do, but the wind today is just coming right from where we want to go, so if I don't motor, we won't make it there today, and we're a little bit on a schedule, which is never a great idea, but the wind's not too strong today, so it's not bad. Frank has decided that he needs to go in the sweater to have a little nap, and he's finally getting settled down, so it's really good. He just wants to nap a lot of times on these longer passages. Anything over about 20 minutes, he wants to be tucked in my sweater and taking a nap. So he's really good that way. Close to Lunenburg now. I can see Pearl Island, which is kind of the sign that you've made it, between Peggy's Cove and Pearl Island there. And I thought I should talk a little bit about what led me to getting the new boat and what the new boat is. I ended up getting a Hunter 34. And it's quite a bit bigger than the Bayfield for interior space. It's pretty massive, has a lot more amenities on board. It's not as capable of a sailing vessel as the Bayfield was. Definitely doesn't like the heavy weather. Already had it out in 35 knots plus, and it very much did not like it. The sails started ripping. They're a bit old, but they started pulling themselves apart, and we ended up having to call the Coast Guard to get towed in. My yacht club, a friend of mine, we were talking one day, and I was talking about going and seeing a Whitby 42, which was the boat in particular I was going to go look at that time, and he encouraged me to look at slightly smaller boats, something that would do the job for what I wanted at the time, and not like this big old ocean crossing vessel that I might not need, because it might not suit the job that I have intended for it. Well, I was looking, one of the big things I wanted was an aft cabin, and the 134 doesn't really have that. It has a quarter berth cabin with something between a king size and a queen size bed in it, but that's enough. When I went to go, I took a look at a couple of them, and just kind of really fell for the layout. So the 34 footers and the 36 footers that I was looking at, some of them were pretty narrow on the inside, and they had everything, but it was all kind of crammed in, and there wasn't really good flow to the boat. But the 134 did. It had a really nice, it has a really nice layout and a lot of space, and it feels really big on the inside. Put some money down and bought the boat that I'm on now. So I got the boat fairly cheap, and that comes with its downsides. So the boat that I bought, it had been sitting on the hard for 6 years, with water periodically coming into the boat and wrecking the wood. So on this particular one, the wood from all the interior wood is kind of ruined, and I'm having to go through and replace it all. Right now, I've done quite a bit already, and it's looking pretty good on the inside, I think. And we just got to keep trucking along, but I figure it'll take about an entire year to replace everything. But yeah, it's a big project. It's a bigger project than I had originally anticipated, but I'm actually really enjoying it. And the big things like the sails and the engine, they all work just fine. So yeah, I just get to enjoy the sailing and fix the boat up one piece at a time as I go along. And I think that's the way to go. We have made it into Mahone Bay. Made it to the Lunenburg Yacht Club. So we made it to the Lunenburg Yacht Club here in Princess Inlet, just in time. Sun's going down, and looks like I got a bit of a tan there. Did not feel like, oh shit. But that was a couple of porpoises just coming out of the water at the end of the day. Perfect way to end the day here in the Princess Inlet. Super cool. Because I haven't seen anything else all day. So getting to see those right now, I like it. We're finally on land. LYC. Holy. So it's day 3 of the trip, morning of day 3 on the trip. I didn't take any footage from day 2. All I did was just go sail around some islands here in Mahone Bay. It was pretty good. I sailed from Lunenburg to Chester and then up to a place called the Narrows. And it's gorgeous up in here. Not a lot of water where I wanted to go, but in here in the little, it's like a little open area, tons of water, lots of good holding. Just having a morning tea before I get started. And then I have to go back to Lunenburg because we're going to be putting some boats together for the Mobility Cup today. So the ones from Halifax are coming up and we're going to put those together. And the ones from across Canada already came up yesterday. I went to go help with that, but they didn't need me, so I went sailing instead. All right, I got my tea into me, so now we are just going to get this show on the road. I got about an hour to get to where I'm going, and then I'll find another place to drop the hook. As you can see, we're holding really well and some really nice smelly black mud. Let's see if we can make it out of the entrance. It is pretty low for tide, and it is a pretty shallow entrance. Well, we should be all right. We're gonna go slow just in case we do get snagged. That we just have to wait for the tide to come up and then get back off. Prank. So that's the little entrance that we're gonna go through. It's gonna be a nerve-wracking one. Well, that was a rock. Not great. We found a rock. So I definitely don't recommend coming out there at low tide. We did get unstuck. The current that was going through just got us off the rocks. I'm definitely gonna have to go down and check the keel after that one and monitor the bill to see if there's any leaking. There's like 3 or 4 rocks right there that you can, if you knew where they were, you could weave through them. But yeah, this is about mid-tide, so I'll only go in there at full high. Not too happy after that little collision. So Mahone Bay has all these little islands and little coves and stuff scattered around everywhere. It's epic sailing down here. You can sail right through them. We're motoring today, but you can sail right through them. You just have to watch out for the shoals and the rocks and stuff like that, because some of them have that kicking around, but it's still easy enough to sail around all that stuff. It's just epic. So it's the end of day 3, and didn't get any filming done today besides hitting the rocks and the trip over here because my phone died. I was not paying attention and went to land with the phone at like 5% or something. So by the time we started doing everything with the boats, getting them together, it died. And for the rest of the night, I'm just gonna enjoy the sunset. Me and Frank here. Frank's down here somewhere. Frank's down here. We're just gonna enjoy the sunset and chill out for the rest of the night. We're on our way home from the Mobility Cup. It's a beautiful day out here. We're just cruising along, doing 5.5, 6 knots. And that week of the Mobility Cup was amazing. Super cool event to go to and volunteer at. Super blast, met some very cool people and got to just have a ball. But now we're on our way back home, and I'm going to be getting back pretty late because we definitely left around 12:30, 1 o'clock, and it's about an 8-hour sail home. So I should be getting in about 8 o'clock tonight. Definitely going to be dark by the time I get there. That's if this wind holds, because was supposed to be quite a bit of wind out here, and there's not much of anything. Kind of between 10 and 12 for the most part, and then gusting up to 15. And there's a bit of swell going on. So we'll see what we can do. I might pull in today into Grover's or probably Grover's, maybe Sambro, depending on where I'm at. But we'll see. All in good time. So I took a look at the charts and the time, and I think I'm just gonna stop at Grover's Cove. Frank needs a bit of a break. He's not too happy with all the rolling around. But yeah, it's been a really good day out here on the water. The wind is just dying off though, so I might even put on the engine here soon and just motor in the last little bit. That'll be good anyways, because then the water will heat up for a nice shower. Lord knows I could use one of those after this week. Been some pretty late nights and some good partying that went on. So I've made it to Grover's. There is a absolute ton of people here. It's a long weekend, I guess. So, and somebody's celebrating their birthday out there. So it's going to be a very noisy Anchorage all night, and pretty bumpy, I guess, because people are going to be flying in and out of this place for quite some time. Knowing the guys down here, they'll probably be going till about 2 in the morning. Yeah, it's good to get stopped and take Frank for a walk, get everything tidied up at the boat, and then grab a shower. We'll get up and finish this trip back to Halifax in the morning, or maybe the afternoon. Yeah, depends when I get up. But yeah, that's gonna be good. So that was very unexpected. I was just hanging out, chilling, eating nachos, and Frank started going crazy because there sounded like somebody was just shooting off fireworks in their backyard. So I wanted to show him what was going on, and I opened up the door, and the fireworks went on for like 45 minutes. Apparently, there was some big to-do today, and it was very cool to get to watch that. So I hope you enjoy some of those clips. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. Just sitting here minding my own business, and boom, fireworks show. All right, well, we're gonna head to bed because he's not super stoked. He did fall asleep during the fireworks, but he's not too happy. So we're gonna go finish those nachos and get him to bed. All right, bye. So we're just here to make the jump from Terrence Bay, Grover's Cove to Halifax. The fog is just about as thick as I've ever seen it down here. Hopefully it's just sitting over Grover's Cove here, and once we get out, it's already burnt off or burning off. Because yeah, it'll be a long motor if not. There's a little bit of wind starting to pick up, so hopefully the fog burns off and I can put the sails up. Otherwise I'll just stay with the motor on and power home, just because it's less time I'm out here in the fog, less risk. So let's get to it. So as you can see, fog didn't get any better. It's pretty thick out here, but luckily I have AIS receive, and I got dual watch, and that should be enough around here to stop anything from happening. We do have a bit of visibility out here, so it's not all bad. I can see a couple of minutes ahead of me, so we'll be fine. It's gonna be a nail biting trip home, just because we can't see anything really, and just heard on the radio that there's going to be a bit of marine traffic coming through just as we're kind of about to hit the harbor, so that'll be fun, but you know, that's just how it goes. Let's see how the day goes. So there's a bit more visibility out here, not in the direction that I'm going. So to the south is, it kind of opens up and the fog goes away. Fortunately, I'm heading north and the fog definitely looks thicker over there, but we do have all right visibility out here. I'll have plenty of time to maneuver if we see anybody coming. And the sun is breaking through the upper layers of fog, so there's a hope that this all breaks up relatively soon. Well, by the time I hit the harbor anyways, which would be great. Waves are a little rolly today, but once I get into the Sambro channel there, it should, with the direction of them, it should be all right too. Should break over the islands and be a lot smoother. Shaping up to be a really good day. Stuck in the middle with you.